Welcome to the home of Army Aviation.
Fly Army.
This will defend.
Above the best.
Good morning, graduates, family members, and guests. On behalf of Major General Claire Gill, Commanding General, United States Army Aviation Center of Excellence in Fort Rucker, welcome to the graduation ceremony for flight school. Would everyone please stand for the invocation and the playing of the national anthem? Chaplain Dane Reinhardt will give our invocation.
Good morning. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we gather before you today with hearts full of gratitude and pride as we celebrate these newly minted Army aviators. Thank you for guiding them through the challenges of training, for steady hands, clear minds, and resilient spirits. As they take their place among the ranks of those who have earned their wings, may they always remember the discipline, teamwork, and courage that brought them to this moment. Grant them humility and success, wisdom in their decisions, and calm under pressure. Lord, I ask your continued protection over each of them, in the air, on the ground, and wherever duty calls. Bless their families who have supported them with patience and love throughout this journey. May these aviators always fly with purpose, serve with honor, and live with integrity, representing the very best of our Army and of our nation. It's in your name I pray. Amen.
Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your headdress. Thank you. You may be seated. Please welcome Lieutenant Colonel Cody Kilmer, the commander of 1st Battalion, 14th Aviation Regiment.
Hey, good morning. All right, we'll start with Colonel Goosh. Good morning. CW5 Nigel Hebsher, Command Sergeant Major Hassan, and Matt Stockton, and also the fancy cowboy hat wearers in the back. Welcome. To the students, you finally graduated. This is awesome. Pretty big day that you'll always remember. For some of you, it took you an extremely long time to get here. The Apache folks, like over 400 days. It's, yeah, welcome. But the families, this is a huge moment for you. You've brought your aviators here to this point, and I can't thank you enough for that. It's pretty awesome. All right, I'm going to do my best to read this, but I am an attack guy. I'm obligated to tell you that, and I don't know how to read. So here we go. All right, to our newest aviators, congratulations on achieving a significant milestone. In just a few minutes, your flight school journey will come to an end as you and your family members come up and finally pin your wings. This is the moment that has taken you, for some of you, you know, if you enlisted in the Army, many years. For folks that commissioned, several years, but you're finally here. And you get to go out and finally support those special members of our community that are on the ground. The battlefields of the future are changing at an unprecedented pace. The United States and its armed forces must develop just as rapidly. We are currently transforming into more tailored and more lethal force, divesting adequate equipment, developing new equipment with operational reach required for all theaters, and organizing our formations to better suit the forces we will support. This generation of aviators and soldiers, your generation, will lead Army aviation through it all. Wildly different than what all the old folks like me have gone through. Graduates, this is your defining moment for you and your family, one you will likely never forget. Congratulations to all of you. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the guest speaker for today's graduation, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Stephen Bennett. He's actually in my battalion, and I don't know a whole lot about him, except he's flown pretty much everything on the attack side. He looks like he's ancient, but he's really not. He just joined the Army super late. He was a cop before, so you can offer him a cola. Let's see what else. Oh, he flies his own private planes. He's got a couple toy planes. They're very small. I don't know how he gets in them, but he enjoys flying those a lot and gets a ton of time and travels all over the country. Let's see, what else have you done? That's not important. Okay, so you're an instructor pilot. You've been both a company and battalion stands, I'd hope, for being a CW5. You're a brigade master gunner, which is pretty awesome. And most recently serving as the senior attack aviator standardization chief out at Hanchy. So some of you have seen him before. And you just came out of the program office in Saudi Arabia. Anything else you want me to tell you?
No, that'll do, sir.
Okay. Welcome, Mr. Bennett.
Thank you, sir. All right, so I also am an Apache guy, so I don't read either. So I'm doing this live, so I'm not up here reading a speech to you. To the graduating class, congratulations. You have accomplished an amazing thing. No one knows better than you what it took to get here, all the studying, all the late nights, all the sacrifice of personal time. If you're an Apache pilot, though, you probably got to go to the beach a lot because you had some hold times. As Colonel Kilmer related, there are challenges that we're facing now, both in the entire world for our nation and then in the Army, and specifically for Army aviation. A lot of times that causes people to have feelings of anxiety, not sure what's going on, not sure what your career is going to look like. Completely understandable. But what I can tell you, if you're concerned about manning, things of that nature, don't be. Just be the best pilot, because the Army's going to keep the best pilot, I promise you. And if you can't be the best pilot, be the best pilot that you can be. So as we go forward with the things that are happening in the world and the challenges that the Army is facing, there's a couple things that you particularly play a role in. So when we think about it, most of you probably join because, one, you want to support the nation, but you also want to fly aircraft and look cool. That's how we lured you in. That's how we got your talent here. So we're going to ask more of you, but today you've accomplished step one. Now you've got to go out to your unit and you have to start training for your missions. When you get out to your unit, you have to make sure that you're proficient at your individual tasks. So the things you've learned here, the studying you've done, your FRCs, your Dash 10, all the things of aeromedical 95-1, make sure you retain that and continue to study it as you're learning the other stuff. That way, you don't have to later go back and learn it again because it's more painful when you have to do it a second time. So just retain it. But the true purpose of why you're here, other than looking cool and doing fun stuff, is our nation depends upon you for one big thing, and that's a projection of military power. So the projection of military power is the ultimate form of diplomacy for our country. Just one step prior to the actual implementation and projection of military power is the threat of the projection of military power, where your job is to ensure that when the Secretary of War goes to the President, he can say, "We can do this job, sir. What are your orders?" So that comes down to you to make sure those individual tasks that you need to do, whether it's doing air assaults, or it's doing cargo lifts, or whether it's attacking targets, that you're capable of doing that and you're ready to support the Secretary of War so that he can support the President in ensuring that we're able to continue with the President's diplomacy. So how do you do that? How do you have a successful career? Well, step one is when you get to your unit, be impressive. Impress somebody. Show up knowing 5 and 9. Go ahead and try to get the ABOS. Start reading the things, the way your unit operates, and try to understand it so when you do get time with the instructor, that you're not wasting that time. You're already building on something you already know. Then, don't wait for someone to tell you to do something. Look for things that need to be done and do them. Lead by example. Show that you're willing to do the stuff. Don't be afraid to go out and wash aircraft with the crew chiefs. Don't be afraid to help load weapons at the range if you're an Apache person. Do the things that need to be done and show that you're willing to do what you can. So as far as the career goes, what you've learned here at flight school, you can equate that to you're the paintbrush. What we've given you here are the skills and ability. They're essentially the colors that the picture needs to be painted with. The canvas is where you're going to apply with your paintbrush those colors to make the masterpiece. The masterpiece is what's going to be your career. That career is what's going to go to allow us to continue to engage in the projection of military power and ultimately diplomacy around the world. So how do you do this? When you get there, be impressive, find a mentor. Look to find someone that's doing it the way you think it needs to be done and kind of get guidance from them. Do not be afraid to be wrong. You can't grow without making mistakes. Just don't make really serious mistakes. Also, you want to make sure that the mentors and the people you're following are the ones that are doing it right. So make sure that it is in accordance with your morality and also in accordance with the way that you think that your career should go. Once you're there, make sure that you're paying attention. Remember that you have one mouth and 2 ears. Use them in that ratio. I promise you it will be very good for you. The last thing I would like to say is your career is going to be a huge adventure. I promise you, you have no idea where it's going to take you. I joined and sat in these seats graduating 20 years ago. I've spent 12 of my 21 years overseas between Korea, Kuwait, Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia. Had no idea I would go there, had no idea I would spend so much time overseas. So enjoy the career that you're having, go forth, be proud of yourselves today, and reward yourself. Above the best, fly Army.
Thank you, Mr. Bennett, for your inspiring remarks. At this point in the ceremony, we honor those graduates who have excelled in the course. Graduates who are within the top 20% of their class receive special recognition as Commandant's List graduates, honor graduates, or distinguished graduates. The Distinguished Graduate is the title bestowed upon those officers who attained the highest overall scholastic average throughout the entire course of instruction. As the title implies, it is the mark of excellence representing outstanding achievement in academic and flight endeavor. The distinguished graduate receives engraved sterling silver wings provided by the Army Aviation Association of America, plus an additional gift from the Military Officers Association of America. At this time, I take pleasure in announcing the distinguished graduates from Class 26016. Lieutenant Jacob Dobbs, distinguished graduate. Second Lieutenant Dobbs is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Tennessee National Guard. Warrant Officer Garrison Whitman, distinguished graduate. W1 Whitman is an active duty C-12 pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Now we will recognize the remaining top 20% and then the remainder of the class in alphabetical order by rank. Lieutenant Ethan Barheit, honor graduate. First Lieutenant Barheit is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Lieutenant Matthew McCormick, honor graduate. Second Lieutenant McCormick is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Minnesota National Guard. Warrant Officer Peyton Phillips, honor graduate. W1 Phillips is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the South Dakota National Guard. Warrant Officer Jared Wurst, honor graduate. W1 Wurst is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Minnesota National Guard. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Lieutenant Andrew Arosis. Second Lieutenant Arosis is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Massachusetts National Guard. Lieutenant Peyton Bordelon. Second Lieutenant Bordelon is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Louisiana National Guard. Lieutenant Gabriel Carney. Second Lieutenant Carney is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Virginia National Guard. Lieutenant Caroline Courtney. First Lieutenant Courtney is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Lieutenant Kiana Delgado. Second Lieutenant Delgado is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the California National Guard. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Lieutenant Christopher Greco. Second Lieutenant Greco is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Army Reserve based out of Texas. Lieutenant Austin Hines. First Lieutenant Hines is an active duty AH-64 Echo pilot. Lieutenant Anthony Macco. First Lieutenant Macco is an active duty AH-64 Echo pilot. Lieutenant Stone Mendez. Second Lieutenant Mendez is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Arizona National Guard. Lieutenant Aubrey Overton. First Lieutenant Overton is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Lieutenant Nicholas Reed. Second Lieutenant Reed is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Florida National Guard. Lieutenant Carrie Ann Sellers. First Lieutenant Sellers is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Lieutenant Noah Smith. First Lieutenant Smith is an active duty AH-64 Echo pilot. Lieutenant Cole Sweeney. Second Lieutenant Sweeney is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the South Carolina National Guard. Warrant Officer Jeffrey Bowden. W1 Bowden is a C-12 pilot with the Army Reserve based out of California. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Warrant Officer Malcolm Brell Preston. W1 Brell Preston is an active duty UH-60 Mike pilot. Warrant Officer Abigail Daniels. W1 Daniels is an active duty CH-47 Fox pilot. Warrant Officer Robert Glab. W1 Glab is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Minnesota National Guard. Warrant Officer James King III. W1 King is an active duty dual track C-12 and AH-64 Echo pilot. Warrant Officer Brandon Luke. W1 Luke is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Rhode Island National Guard. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Warrant Officer Nathan Martin. W1 Martin is a CH-47 Fox pilot with the Texas National Guard. Warrant Officer Kai Mills. W1 Mills is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Kentucky National Guard. Warrant Officer Nicholas Mooney. W1 Mooney is an active duty AH-64 Echo pilot. Warrant Officer Henry Oakley. W1 Oakley is a C-12 pilot with the Army Reserve based out of Kentucky. Warrant Officer Logan Presnell. W1 Presnell is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Texas National Guard. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Warrant Officer Alexander Tinney. W1 Tinney is an active duty dual track C-12 and AH-64 Echo pilot. Warrant Officer Kevin Villarreal. W1 Villarreal is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Maine National Guard. Warrant Officer Brandon Webster. W1 Webster is a UH-60 Mike pilot with the Louisiana National Guard. Please come forward and pin your aviator. Graduates, please stand. Please join me in a round of applause for the Army's newest aviation warfighters. Would everyone please stand or remain standing for the playing of the aviation song, Above the Best, and the Army song, The Army Goes Rolling Along. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the graduation ceremony. Thank you for celebrating with us. Please enjoy the rest of your day and safe travels returning home. Lieutenant Dobbs, please dismiss the class.